want to say congratulations to Diane and Oz, for the tracking thread.
She was the one who said she wanted to win yarn to motivate her in order to lose weight, which is why we did this, and she won!
Random number generator was number 112, and she won. I haven't picked out the yarn. Maybe you can help me pick out the yarn.
I'll give you the yarn at midnight. I can't believe you won.
I know.
I mean, I'm glad for you, but...
So I did random number generator and post number 1121. Like...
Dude.
So congratulations, Diane.
Yeah, congratulations, Diane. You win everything. All right.
Feel the love.
Speaking of Diane, I know this is one of those things where Diane's going to watch the episode,
Yikes.
so I could see Wendy was just hating me through the screen. Speaking of Diane and Oz, she is a member of the Newburyport Spinners, along with my friend Paulette. Hi, Paulette. And they are sponsoring something called Fiber Revival, which is going to take place at the Spencer Pierce Little Farm in Newbury, Massachusetts on August 13th from 9 to 4.
Which is next weekend, right?
Next weekend. It's $6 for adults, $4 for kids, and they're going to have some really cool vendors there. I'm going to quickly tell you who they are. Illuma the View, which is a knitting and spinning store. We went to it on the yarn crawl. Enchanted Knoll Farm, which is proud dyer of this yarn right here that I used on my Irish shawl, and I love Enchanted Knoll Farm. Hair of the Dog, which makes obviously dog hair yarn, and as you know from earlier episodes, I kind of like the dog hair yarn. Parker River Alpaca Farm, Wildest Dreams Alpaca Farm, Pine Star Studio, Spunky Eclectic, who's awesome, and we met her at the Mass Sheep and Wool.
Okay.
And the Merlin Tree, the Woolen Rabbit, who's also awesome.
Yarn
and Fiber Company, hey, also awesome. And Yarns and the Farms, which is a store in Beverly that we went to not this past yarn crawl, but the year before.
Oh, the small one.
Yes.
Okay.
There are also some classes. It may be too late to register for those. You'll have to check online. And Ipswich Ale is going to be selling their beer, and they have, the name of, they're serving food there too, not Ipswich Ale, somebody else. And it just so happens that there will be a vintage baseball game going on at the farm while this event occurs. So, you know, if you have sons that love baseball or whatever, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna see if I can go. I'm hoping Sheila will go with me. You can check it out. It's Newburyport for us, so it would just be
about a half an hour or more away. 40
minutes. It would be a day trip, and we wouldn't even have to stay there that long because it's not huge.
Right.
You can check it out for yourself at www.fiberrevivaloneword.com. And if we go, we'll try to take some footage. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go. I may rope my husband and kids into coming with me if Sheila can't go with me. I'd rather just go with Sheila. Or you, Diane. I'd love to go with you. But I think you're taking classes, so I'll probably just catch up with you there. And so here we are welcoming you to the Addi Lace Click Review. So, let's start out by giving you the background. I bought these in Germany when I went on my anniversary. And the reason that I did that is that you can buy them for almost $100 less American if you buy them in Germany. And I happened to be going there, so I didn't have to pay shipping. It would be a little bit less of a savings if you had to have them shipped to your house.
Exactly.
A friend of mine found a yarn store online that would offer these for sale. She ordered them and had them sent to my hotel, and I brought them home. I have another set of Addi's non-clicks, the regular non-clicks, that I bought in Japan because you can also get Addi's a lot less expensive in Japan. I got them on eBay. Even with shipping, I saved about $100.
Oh, okay.
I have two sets of the regular Addi's. I have a partial set of the regular Addi Lace, and I wanted to get the Addi Clicks to round out my collection. But Skasel's prices are high. They're expensive if you buy them in America. So I couldn't really justify spending that much, but this was a good savings. This is the case that they come in. You can see that they are housed in this elastic strip, and they're very short. These are the regular lace tips, this really tall one right here. is a regular non-lace tip. The reason you see it in here with my lace tips is that in the European size, they instead of giving you a US 5, they give you a 10.75, and they skip the 5. Since I'm more likely to use a 5, I went to Webb's and I bought just a pair of the regular tips, which will fit with the lace click cords to fill out the set. When I was at Webb's, they did not have individual sale lace tips. I don't know if Skasel does that or not. So, but I can deal with it for whatever I do in a size 5. So I think we'll start out with the pros of buying the lace clicks. And the number one pro for me is the case. The case has the elastic, so they don't fall out. It also has a zippered pocket in the back for all of your cords. And it's a nice low profile case.
It's a really nice case.
It's really nice. It's made out of like a faux leather, kind of like the Namaste leather. It's very soft. Came with a cute little pin if I wanted to wear it, which I don't. But it could fit in your purse. It's very nice. Now, for comparison, Knit Picks, which is my other set, comes with this plastic case. It's plastic and like a nylon. Here are two problems with this case. The first problem is these pouches are not tight enough to hold the Knit Picks needles in. So every time this case accidentally gets tipped upside down,
It's just going to show for comparison.
yeah, pop one in there.
I can be your Vanna.
Yeah, when you put a needle tip in there, oh, now it's not going to do it. If it gets jostled around, this will fall out.
As the wooden ones did.
As the wooden ones fell out. And the problem with me is I travel a lot with my needles, and I have actually lost needle tips out of my suitcase because they fell out of this package. Now, it falls out into the bag and then ends up in here. But the other problem is that it's open. Can you see these openings? When I zip this pouch, there's still an opening into the bag on both sides. So if stuff happens to fall out into this bag, it can then fall out of the bag altogether, which is how needles fell out of my bag. This one, there's no way they can't come out of the elastic, but then it's covered on 4 sides, so they can't, even if they did. Envelope. Yeah, even if they did somehow fall out of there, they could never come out. So that's number one. Yeah, I love that case. This case isn't very good, which is why a few episodes ago I made my own case for them. So that's the best thing about them. The other thing that I really like about it is the size of the needle tip. They're much shorter.
I'm going to reach across from you again.
Yep.
Sorry.
This is the standard Addi needle tip for the standard clicks. This is the lace tip.
And this here, for comparison.
Yeah, it's about the same as the standard. That's the Knit Picks. If you show how long it is. I'm doing a length comparison. You can see these are significantly shorter. When I knit with these, the end of the needle is inside my hand. I really like that. I didn't think I would, but I kind of like it. It
takes a little getting used to.
It's relaxing to me to have it inside there. When I knit with these, it sticks out a little bit. I find it easier on the hands to have a shorter tip, so I've really enjoyed knitting with this, and I have other friends who bought them at the same time as me, and we've all said we kind of hate going back to the longer needle because it's really comfortable to have it fit in your hand. Where's that other tip?
Right here.
Oh, you have it?
This.
Okay. So that I really like about them. And then the third thing that I really like is the click action.
I got it.
This has a screw-on tip. You can see the little hole. And you can see it, it's right there. You have to use a little key to tighten it. When I knit, sometimes it unwinds while I knit and it actually disconnects. And I've had a problem with that. I don't know, it doesn't happen all the time, and I can't really figure out what it is that's causing it. So I've gotten in the habit of constantly tightening the cords, and that seems to work well, but it won't happen with these. It'd be very hard to get these apart just from the action of knitting. So I like that a lot, and I do think that I like this. they do make a better cord. The original Addies, we were saying, didn't have as pliable a cord. This
is like a wire in it or something.
It's kind of like metal. This is a nice pliable cord. So I do like that a lot about it. And these points, I have to say, if you look at a regular Addi tip, these points are pointier. You can see they're narrower. So I do like these better than the regular Addies. Now that being said, there are some cons to the Addi lace clicks. The biggest con is that join. You can see the darker gray where the join has, because it's rubbed the metal off because the yarn drags over
There is a significant step to that.
Yeah, you can feel it.
In comparison to this.
Where there is really you can't feel the joint at all.
You can barely
feel it. The other thing that this has is there's a significant, there's a significant step up in size in the needle about right here.
Yeah, the gradient.
It goes here and then it suddenly gets very wide, whereas here it's more of an angular, gradual thing. When I was knitting with the lace weight, I found that my yarn overs sometimes got caught on that edge. And I found even more often that yarn overs had a hard time dragging up over that sudden increase in size. I've never had that problem with the knit picks. And when I knit with Malabrigo sock, which is a light fingering weight, I really had a problem with it catching on that join to the point where a few times I was afraid I was actually going to break the yarn.
And when I was knitting with my Soroyan on her Addi Clicks lace weight.
She had double lace weight.
I had double lace weight, but it's a single ply. And I was really afraid that it would break the yarn on my stitch below. So that, then I'd have to rip out a couple of rows.
All the way to that stitch.
And as much as the points were nice, it was not worth the fear of me ripping out.
And we have a demonstration for a single ply lace weight. No, I'm not going to be able to do it.
Because it's a short.
It's very easy to break. Because there's not plies to give it that extra strength. So, I was kind of disappointed with that because you hear so much about Addi, and I spent about $100 for this set of needles. Yes. It cost about $100, whereas the knit picks, I bought 2 sets of needles for about the same price. And that join, it's very rough, and my husband and I were joking about it. It's designed by a German company, and we're like, hey, German engineering gave us the BMW. Can't they come up with a better join? Now, my understanding, and I can't say for this for sure, people say that the join isn't quite as rough on the standard Addi Clicks. Okay. I mean, we can try testing it out right now with one here. I haven't really experimented with it, but
no, it looks like it would just be as bad, unless the needle click itself is a little different. But
maybe that's
it's still, you can still see it. I mean, see my fingernails getting caught if you're just running up.
It's not a good join. Now, I've knit with it in several weights. I only noticed the join problem on light fingering weight and lace weight. With my heavy fingering weight and my worsted weight, I didn't notice it at all. So I used a bulky. I used them on with bulky too, and that was fine. I will definitely use these for a lot of projects that are in heavier weights. But I think when I do lace knitting, I'm going to stick to my tried and true knit picks because I don't have to constantly be dragging the yarn over that bump, and I don't have to be dragging the yarn through that that join. It makes me kind of sad. I do think that if you want to try them out and you're not sure about getting a set, you can buy a cord separately and you can buy the tips separately. I would buy a tip in a common size that you use and a cord in a common size that you use and take them for a test run. If I had known how bad this join was before I ordered them, I probably wouldn't have bothered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get use out of them. As you know, it's not like they're my only needles. I have 2 sets of knit picks interchangeables. I have these. I have 2 whole sets of regular Addies, which I find too dull now. I also kind of like the point on the
I love
Knit
Knit
Picks
Picks.
better. It's much pointier in the top to me.
On a different side note, the only thing I don't like about Knit Picks interchangeables is that, no, I like fixed circulars, and I would have a whole set of fixed circulars, but fixed circulars for longer lengths only go up to size 3. And then at that point, you have to go to the interchangeables,
Right.
which I'm not happy about. But
Yeah, I know. Well, the other thing is there is a quality issue with Knit Picks. I mean, you're getting what you pay for. I love Knit Picks, don't get me wrong, but these will wear out. I've pulled a lot of these cords out of the ends, and if it happens more than a year after you bought them, you have to pay to replace them. They're only guaranteed for a year. Addies are guaranteed for life. It might be more difficult to get someone to honor that. If you bought them in Europe, you'd have to go back to the store in Europe where you sold them, but they are guaranteed. Skasel does a lifetime guarantee in the U.S., so if you buy them from Skasel, you're covered. If they break, they will replace it. So, you know, you're paying for a higher quality product, so you expect to pay more, but you get a lot better quality. On the other hand, if I break one of these, I think it's going to cost, like if I break one of these cords, I think it's going to cost me like $1 to replace it.
yeah.
So, you know, in the end, there's not much of a difference.
When you replace the cords, you get 2 cords.
Yeah.
Because that happened to me. I bought size 4 interchangeables because I was doing worsted weight socks. And Zachary ended up playing with my cord to the point where I don't know what the heck he did. He can't even tie his own shoes, and he tied this thing in such knots. I wasn't so upset with him because I knew I had another cord.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things I like about the Knit Picks. It only cost me, I think it was $102 to buy 2 complete sets of the Knit Picks interchangeables. My husband did that for me for Christmas. And I haven't had any problem. I've broken one cord on a fixed. I haven't had any problem with my interchangeables. I've broken one fixed cord that I replaced. I think I bought a whole new set of fixed needles. I think it was like $4. So, you know, I mean.
Yeah, with me for the fixed, this came out.
The cord comes out.
But I've had these for years.
I've had my fixed Knit Picks since 2007.
Yeah,
so you know, in 4 years I've broken one. My mom broke one that she knits with exclusively, this one set. She broke it and she replaced it, but that she uses them every day. I think Knit Pick has great customer service, and they do have the 1-year warranty, and it is very affordable. And I think if you want to go for quantity, like I love having 2 sets of interchangeables, because if some needles are in use, I know I have a backup pair. That's a good deal. If you want to go for quality, you know, and you don't mind that join. And I'd love to hear feedback from people who have the regular Addi Clicks, if the join is not as problematic, if they've tried knitting a lighter weight lace.
This is just the
lace clicks. I don't have the cords that they use for the regular. I just have that one set of needle heads. So I'd love to hear if it's different. Like, you know, maybe I should get the other cords, and maybe I'd like those better.
Look at it anyways.
I know. It would be good to know. But, you know, if you want a quality that's guaranteed for life, buy them from Skasel in the U.S. You're going to pay for that. Or if you want the quality but you don't want to spend quite the bit of money, look for a European provider who will send them to you, especially if you happen to be traveling or you have like somebody in your family who goes to Europe on business. Or go on eBay. There's a couple of places that sell knitting needles. That's where I got all my Addi regular fixed circulars. I got 2 sets of them from a Japanese store, and they were very, very cheap compared to what I would have paid if I'd bought them in the U.S. So there's a few options. But I'm going to say number 1 favorite, Knit Picks. Number 2 favorite, Addi Lace Clicks. Number 3 favorite, Addi Lace Fixed. Number 4 favorite, way down in the bottom, regular Addi Fix. That's how my circular needle love goes. And those are what I use. I don't really have any other circulars. So that's my review.
Take it for what it's worth.
Take it for what it's worth. Your mileage may vary. I don't know if I'm knitting tight and that's what's causing the lighter weight yarns to drag over that join. I have a friend who said it was dragging for her, and I don't know what she did, but her knitting compensated for it, and now it doesn't bother her. And maybe as I keep using them,
they wear a little bit.
I unconsciously avoid that join. I don't know what's going to happen. So, but that's how I feel about them now. And if anybody has their own story to share about them, or especially about the regular Addis, because I'm very curious. If you've tried both, I'd love to know how they compare. You know, post a comment or post it on the group. We'd love to hear the feedback. And if you have any questions about the Addis, feel free to PM me or post it in the group, and I'll answer them if I can. So that's it for the Addi Lace Click review.
So on that note, if you're watching us on iTunes, please leave a review, whether it's star rated or a comment. We appreciate all reviews, and we've gotten some fabulous ones.
And we encourage you to do it for every podcast that you watch, not just ours, because it really helps everyone improve their ratings and also improve the quality of their show, honestly.
If you're watching on iTunes, you can see the show notes at knit1heart2, TOO.blogspot.com. If you need to reach us, we are knit1heart2@gmail.com. You can find me on Ravelry as Sheila D37, on Spark People as Sheila D37.
And I'm Pennywenny on Ravelry, Pennywenny2 on Spark People, because I don't know how there's a Pennywenny one. It might be me.
I think it is.
I don't know how to get into that account.
We also are on Plurk as Knit1Heart2. We do share the account. On Twitter as Knit1Heart2.
And I'm Knit1Wendy.
Yeah, Knit1Wendy. Sorry.
And our Plurks retweet on Twitter.
So if you're on Plurk.
Yeah. And hey, if you're on that Gmail Plus thing, somebody should send us an invite.
Yeah, because we have no idea.
Because we keep hearing about it, and we don't know what it is.
And I guess people are doing Knit Night on it now, so if we want to do Knit Night, we need G+. What else? We are continuing our food tracking thread on our
group on Ravelry.
Thank you.
Oh my god. And didn't we say we were going to do a contest in August?
Yeah, but I don't think so, because we just kind of finished. Maybe later on or something. I don't know. We haven't figured it out.
We haven't figured it out. We're lazy.
We are. Well,
there's a lot going on right now.
School's going to be starting up. It might be better for September for us. So we'll see. So anyways, so join our group. It's Knit1Heart2 on Ravelry.
This is the longest closing ever.
Because I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Anyway,
we need to just stop.
Have a good day. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Knit with Heart.
Knit with Heart. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.